JJ the CPA, hope you are doing well. I wanted to run through on the PPP, Paychecks Protection Program, what you need to calculate the maximum amount that you can get from this program. You can loan, okay, or borrow. I don't even really like the word borrow because it's a program. They're giving you the money, and whatever you don't use in the 8 weeks after getting approved on the qualified expenses, then you owe, okay? So either way, I'm talking PPP, and I am going to be doing a separate video where I'm finishing it now, the actual, like a worksheet where you can plug these numbers in. So what I'm doing here is, here's what you need to do the worksheet with me, okay? So I'm gonna do that in another video. So this is what you need, and then this is what the bank needs, okay? So you're not just pulling it together for the worksheet. Everything you're pulling together, you are gonna need to give to the bank. I've been talking to banks throughout the day, and it now seems like it's varying. So know this, what I'm telling you to bring is all encompassing. Some of the banks just want half of this, or maybe 75% of it, and some this and some that. Okay, it should be one thing. I'm giving you what every bank should want, okay? So if this bank wants 7 out of these 10, and this bank wants 6 out of these 10, I'm giving you the 10 to just give to the freaking bank and say, here you go, now figure it out, right? So if they want 7 things, you're gonna give them these 10 so that they don't come back to you in 10 days and go, oh shoot, you know, I didn't know we needed this and blah, 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 blah. So here's what you need to figure out your max amount that you can get from the PPP. So we don't have to do it in theory. You can pull it and know, because when you submit that application, you have to put on there the number. Now, the last item on page 2 of the PPP application, which you can find a copy at jjthecpahelp.com, which is a free website, by the way. You can't even find how to contact me, and I sure don't need your information for you to go there. But you'll find a copy of the PPP application there. I'll have a link in the body of this. And here it is, okay? So you need Form 941s, okay? So Form 941, okay, is right here. Okay, Form 941, okay? See how it says 2020? You're also gonna need 2019, but they look the same, okay? Form 941, it's the employer's quarterly federal tax return. So this is a payroll tax return. It's not individual or an income tax return, right? And then when you, and I'll bring this back up, but it's column 1, okay? Line 5C, that's your magic number, okay? That's your magic number. So when you go to the video on how to do the worksheet, you're gonna get this number from 941, either 20 or 19, okay? And the number you're gonna pull is right here on line 5C, column 1, which is taxable Medicare wages. Taxable Medicare wages. That's the number that you need for your payroll, right? Boom. So when you're talking about 941s, this is what you need. Second quarter 2019, okay? Second quarter 2019, third quarter 2019, fourth quarter 19, and then first quarter 2020. Now here's the thing, it's April 1st when I'm putting this video together, and the quarter just ended. So these are 4 quarters, right? So if this is first quarter 2020, then get a hold of your payroll company. So the payroll company that we work with, Alliant, boom, already done. April 1st, boom, done, okay? It's possible. Normally, these Form 941s aren't even due until April 30. So for a payroll company to have them done hours after the quarter ends is phenomenal. So Alliant Payroll in Edmond, Oklahoma is where it's at, okay? That's where 99.99% of my clients are. But if you don't have the 941 for first quarter, get it. If you do your own, prepare it, okay? If the bank says, oh, you know what, we can base it on 19, it would be better to do the last 4 quarters. First of all, that's the law. okay? Now, they did come out with a variation that I just found out about 15 minutes ago, a variation to the application, and it allows for average payroll on 2019. So for those of you that don't have your payroll put together for 2020 in any way, shape, or form, I guess, there's some way that you can do it for 19. But you know what? I'm not gonna tell you the way for the schleps. Okay, I don't mean to insult you, but if you ain't doing it right, my videos ain't for you. Okay, my point is this is what the law is. This is what we're putting together. And you see my other videos. If you're dealing with a bank and they tell you they don't need this, go to another bank, please. I mean, I just got off the phone with a client and the bank saying, well, we don't even need payroll reports. The whole loan is based on payroll, the whole freaking loan. Okay, now, second quarter, third, fourth, and first, right? So don't get confused in the sense it's easy, right? If you're not familiar with this stuff. But first quarter's 2020. That's why I've listed it last, right? So you're going to need all of these for my worksheet, which is this right here. And when you get your 941, the number that you want is from line C, column 1, which is Medicare wages. The next thing you're going to want, and then, you know, some banks are like, oh no, it's in the payroll. It ain't in the payroll. It ain't. If your accountant is telling you it's in the payroll, fire them now, okay? And let me tell you why. The law is clear. I read the law. I've read the law. I'm not waiting for instructions. I'm not waiting for somebody to come and tell me, some fairy. I've read the law, okay? And here's what the law is, okay? It is the employer's paid portion of the health insurance. Employer paid portion. Okay? None of that is on here, period, the end. None of it is on here. I don't care who you are. Okay? That'd be like trying to tell me that you're going to find Waldo on this thing. Okay? It ain't on here. Where banks might get confused because they're bankers, they're not tax people. But on a W-2, you might find that info, but not really, okay? And let me just tell you this, because for people that have already argued with me twice about it today, if there is health insurance in your payroll, it doesn't count because it would have been the employee's portion paid, okay? If it's in the payroll, if it's in the wages, okay, it was a pre-tax and or paid by the employee, period, the end, it doesn't count, okay? Only says the employer. It's in English. And actually, if you go to my website, I have a link. And like the link I sent, the letters are this big when you read them. There's not even fine print. They're this big, okay? It's like a 18 font, okay? And it says employer, and it specifically states you don't get to include the portion that the employee pays. So, what do you need? The amount that the employer is paying. How do you know that? It's going to be on a bill, okay? How do you pay health insurance? Okay, if you just have a automatic withdrawal and you don't get a monthly bill, then you need to get on the horn with your health insurance company and get some documentation to back it up. What kind of documentation? Basically something that would be similar to an invoice. Okay, maybe it's here's what you spent for the year. Okay, the health insurance, they get paid a lot of money, right? So they know what you paid them. Okay, and I said earlier in an email, it can't be what you paid in a check, can't be the check copy. It can't be what went through the account, okay? Your bank account can't be the line item because no one really knows what that's for. I could write a check to Blue Cross Blue Shield right now for $1 million, okay? And it's not even for Blue Cross Blue Shield because BCBS could have been some other company. Follow? You're gonna get the invoices, okay? You're gonna get the invoices, period, the end. And it's for health, dental, and vision invoices for the last 12 months, okay? 4/1/19 through 3/31/2020. Okay? That is for 12 months. Okay? Because this is the last 12 months. which if you look, that is the same as this right here, last 12 months. The law says last 12 months, okay? Now, your banker may say, oh, well, we can do it off 19 and we can do it off this and we can do, okay, you can. This is the right way to do it, okay? Because here's the thing, your banker's just gonna hand you the money, but do you know who's responsible for it in the end? You. When determining if it's forgivable, it is you. Right now, we're getting the money. But later, once everybody's got their money, I'll start doing videos on, well, now what? Because it's not just an automatic forgivable, okay? Not an automatic forgivable. So if you don't have this crap, you're in trouble in the end. And I don't mean like trouble going to jail. Like you don't have your crap together when it comes time to talk about forgiveness. So let's use our brains, okay? And make sure we have this documentation. All right. You know, here's what it is. I guess I've been on the phone with too many bankers today, and I love them, okay? So maybe I'll reshoot this when I'm just more calm about it. But here's the bottom line. Here's the health, dental, vision invoices last 12 months. And then the employer retirement match, okay? So on our employer retirement match, typically it's 3%, some of it's 4%, okay? But it's over this period of time. It's going to be when the match was for this last 12 months of wages, which is the same dates as the health, dental, and vision. Last 12 months, okay? Last 12 months. That's what you're doing here. So if you're catching this, what you're doing is it's just the last 12 months of activity, okay? Now, don't get confused when you say, when someone says, well, you know, it can be seasonal. Here's seasonal, okay? You're only open for the summer, okay? Landscaping company, right? They're just working busy for part of the year, okay? If you're not out of work 6 months out of the year with no customers to serve, like you were working at a ski resort and there's no snow in the summer, okay? That's a seasonal business, okay? And then there's this new average for 2019. Sometimes, you know, a banker might want to be helpful and they're like, oh, we can just do the average. And then you're going back to the drawing board, and guess what? The money is running out. It's running out while everybody's screwing around trying to figure it out. And I'm telling you right now, it's the last 12 months. And if your bank says it's not, then go to another bank because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. All right, there it is. You want your 941s, okay? You're going to go to column 1, row 5C. It's the Medicare wages on form 941, okay? You want 2nd, 3rd, and 4th of 2019, and you want 1st quarter of 2020. Okay, and then we want the last 12 months, okay, of the health, dental, vision invoices. The law says the last 12 months. The law says the last 12 months. Is your banker above the Supreme Court? Is your banker able to pardon anybody in the United States of America? No? Okay, then you're going to go by the law, and you're going to go by the law. Because here's the thing, your bank may just be able to approve it, hand you your money, but guess what? All that crap gets up sent to the SBA so that they can get the money to give to you, okay? So do you really want to be in a position where you didn't provide the right things? Then you get delayed, and then you don't have the money, and you're waiting to make payroll? So this is not the time to screw around, okay? And if you got a bank screwing around, get to another bank right now. All right, hey, love you. This is passionate for you. All right, JJ the CPA out.